Hi John, here's a little bit of feedback to your enzyme test. And as you can see from your mark, you didn't do too brilliantly. You passed. But let me quickly talk you through the problems that you had. First of all, you were supposed to determine from a graph your Vmax. So this one here. And you got the right number, but you made a mistake with your units here. So please remember the unit for Vmax is, in this case, millimolar per minute. That's very important that you get the right units, because without the right units, a number does not count really. So you lost marks here. Again, for Vmax over Km, you would have the unit, let me quickly write that down, Vmax over Km, you would have the units millimolar per minute and millimolar. And you could cancel out the millimolar, so I would also accept minutes to the -1, but not this unit here. And my suspicion is that you got confused between Vmax and the Vmax over Km unit. For Km, I guess you were not sure what unit you would put down, so you really did not put in any unit. For the next question, again, you had difficulties with identifying what kind of inhibitor it is. And please remember, I mentioned in the lecture that non-competitive inhibitors simply do not exist. So what you actually meant, perhaps, or what this indeed was that it was an uncompetitive inhibitor. And it is very important that you understand the difference between these two. So please go back to your notes and check out what is the difference between an uncompetitive inhibitor and all the other inhibitors. So I would expect you to know that in an uncompetitive inhibitor case, Vmax over Km stays the same, and all the other parameters change. Vmax goes down and Km goes down at the same side. Now I gave you some marks because you tried to explain your reasoning, and for an uncompetitive inhibitor you said it lowers the Km, and that is actually correct. I was happy with that, but because you got confused here, I couldn't give you full marks for that. In the third question with the Cleland plot, that was very nice. I could give you full marks for it. You labeled everything correctly, and most importantly, you also gave a nice legend, and that was something that I emphasized in the lecture. So that was very good. I'm convinced that if you get your competitors right here the next time, and if you really look at the units and follow the rules for the units that we discussed in the lecture, I'm absolutely convinced that you will do very well in the future.